Hey guys, Vape Apes here. I want to talk a little bit about racism from a white skinhead's perspective. By the way, I don't shave my head to fit in with a sect. I shave my head because I used to bodybuild. I was a fairly big guy, and I worked out about 3.5 hours in the morning, 3.5 hours at night, and I shower after I work out, and I shower when I wake up, and I usually shower before I go to bed. And if you do that every day and you wash your hair, it's a nightmare. So I just kind of simplified my life, got rid of all the hair, except for this little, we used to call it salt and pepper, but it's more white now than anything. Anyways, so here's racism from a white skinhead's perspective, okay? First I want to talk about bad words, okay? Cracker, honky, nip, chink, Latinos, what do they call them? I can't remember. Spook or spanky or spick. And then black people, nigger, right, is what the derogatory term is. Okay, these are all ugly words. So if you don't want people to use them, I wouldn't try and normalize them in your speech. It's a personal observation. So I don't want people to call me cracker or honk like I care. I find it more funny than derogatory when somebody would say something like that. Oh, you cracker, you honky. It's such an outdated term because it's not normalized as part of speech. White people don't call other white people cracker or honky in an endearing fashion to normalize that kind of speech. So when somebody says it, it's almost humorous rather than degrading. The word nigger, on the other hand, I was in Toronto the other day and I had to ask some young fellas to please mind their mouths. I've got 2 daughters, ages 10 and 11, and I've always told them, that kind of talk is just unacceptable. I don't care who you are, okay? It was a derogatory term used to describe black people back in the day, and it just... Why would anybody use it? I mean, unless you're frickin' retarded. So if you're using it and you're a black person and you use that towards another black person, you might want to think about the way that you're normalizing that speech. And the next time some white guy lets it slip, or some Latino or Asian fella or, whatever lets it slip, trust me, there are reasons other than racism. It's because you people are normalizing this way of speaking, and it's rude and it's ignorant, and you need to get your head read and stop that, because it's an ugly word. And I don't care whether you're black saying it to another black person. It's rude, it's degrading, and it's ignorant. Enough said. Anyways, so here's racism. You want to hear my top picks for racism? Number 1, affirmative action. I think that's an ugly one. The government here is beautiful. You gotta love them. They say, look, we want equality for all. In Canada, we have a Charter of Rights that guarantees us equality for all. In the United States, you guys have your Bill of Rights that guarantees you equality. So if I go to work for one job at a place of employment, now, I'm a white guy between the ages of 18 and 45, we'll say. Anyways, and I go to work, and it's me and my best friend Jamal, or whatever, or my friend Tina, a young lady, or a black fella, or an Asian, or a Spanish fella, or whatever it is. I've got a degree in psychology. I've got my BA in psychology. My friend, whoever that may be, that fits that category where affirmative action applies, comes in with me, and they've got a high school diploma. I'm a well-spoken gentleman, and the person I'm with, not so much. They never really got into school. They got into the wrong crowd. But you know what? The fact that we're both there, and the guy that's hiring for the position can no longer have the option to hire the most qualified person. Now, vice versa, if I'm there with one of my lady friends or a black friend or a Spanish friend or an Asian friend, and they're more qualified than me, and I were to get hired over them, I'd have to say something's frickin' fishy, okay? The fact is, we're all equal. We're all people under God. I'm Christian. Whatever you believe in, I don't care. You're all wrong, but I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I don't know. I'm Christian. I believe in Christ, and He made us all in His image. So we're all the same. I mean, you know, we all have one heart, two lungs, one liver, one spleen, one gallbladder, you know, one mouth, two eyes, 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 ears, hair, some of us, you know, whiskers for men. Ladies have different proportions. We're all the same. And I don't care what color you are, if you want to go that way, or your general appearance. You know, it's retarded to think we're not the same. And if the government wants true equality, then let's have it, okay? If you want true equality, don't support affirmative action, because it breeds separation of the people of this world. It's a horrible and stupid idea to think that one person should get something just because of their race. And you know, it's funny because they say affirmative action is to cure that, but it's not. It's exactly that. And it's wrong, and it's dumb. Same with, I just watched this thing. A young lady was on YouTube talking about things that you do that may be inadvertently racist. I'll tell you what, I don't do anything that's racist. And I don't care what I say, what language I use, or how I use it. Because I'm not a racist. I love everybody the same. I would stop and change an old person's tire for them regardless of color, race, creed, or religion. Because in Christ's teachings, and regardless of what these frickin' idiots believe Christ taught, He taught first and foremost that we need to love each other. Okay? Anything after that is all just fluff and interpretation. Okay? That was it. I mean, that was the lesson. Love above all. Okay? So, if you think I'm racist because I say things and I call things the way I see it, you're wrong. Okay? And a lot of this world is being called racist right now. And the problem with that is when you tell somebody they're racist, you breed racism. Okay? We don't need to be separated. Okay? You know, just hugs, guys. Like, it's not that tough. We're all people. You see somebody in need, you help them out. I mean, all this BS with white privilege, black this, Latino this, Asian that, it's all just fluff to keep us separate. Because government and big business knows if we ever get our frickin' heads screwed on straight and start working together, all their little scam schemes and bullshit are over. Because I don't care what kind of military you have or how tough you think you are, when the children of this world and the children of God come together, and I don't mean just Christians, I mean every person on earth come together, there will be no more hunger. There will be no more big bank ripoffs. There will be no more President Obama that says one thing and does another. There will be no BS laws throughout Canada that take away our rights and freedoms as normal people. We need to get past this racism thing, and we need to stop focusing on it. Okay? If you're racist, don't project that shit on other people. Okay? And, you know, I really do. I feel sorry for you. If you think that because somebody looks different than you look, that you're better than them or they're somehow not as good as you. I mean, I really do. I feel sorry for you, and I wish I could. I wish I could just say something to make you change your mind, because make no mistake, we're all the same. And I'm a truck driver, and I've been all over the world. I've been in Europe, I've been in Africa, I've been in Iceland, I've been in Mexico, South America. I've driven all 58 states, all provinces, and the Northwest Territories. And there's one thing I've learned, is that I don't care who you are or what color you are. There are people that look just like you that are great frickin' people. And unfortunately, there's people that look like you that are dumber than dirt. And they're the stupidest frickin' people on earth, and nothing you do or say is going to change that, and they just breed hate. They steal, they lie, they cheat, and that's how they live. And it's wrong. And it's not a race or color thing, it's a piece of shit thing. It's, sorry. Again, I wish there was something I could do to help, but I don't see it myself. I'm going to do something to help this world, though. In a future video, I'm going to discuss my move here. I've done some real soul searching lately about the globe and my personal impact on pollution and the crap and and all that. And I sit there and I preach the 3 laws, which should be 4. Farming should be included in there, commercial farming. But I preach the 3 laws. If you've seen my other videos, that will save our planet. But the fact is, I need to start right here at home. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do a lot of research, and I'm going to do a lot of video on exactly how to take my family of 4 from living. We just moved out of a 10-bedroom house. Believe it or not. Talk about excess. 10-bedroom house. I own 3 boats, 2 cars, just sold my motorhome. And a motorbike. On a motorbike. We electronics everywhere. It's absurd. If you look in our freezer, it's full of meat and dairy, and I drink milk every day, and I eat cheese all day, every day. It's an unhealthy way to live, but it's also detrimental to the world I live in. Most people don't know that a quarter pound of hamburger takes about 660 gallons of water to create. So every time you have a burger, think about that. Think about some poor farmer in LA County that can't survive and can't feed his family because there's no water there, because you wanted a Big Mac. Okay? So I know it's tough to make that direct connection, but make no mistake, that is the connection. Directly. Okay? You eat a burger, you're hurting somebody. Okay? Not the animal. I don't even go there. We don't even need to talk about animal cruelty and the crap that goes along with that, because that's a whole nother story that hits me right in the heart, and I've just been ignoring it forever. Anyways, just watch for future videos on that. I'm going to do some crowdfunding here to try and raise some money to create a space that is environmentally friendly. And when I do that, I'm going to open source the blueprints for the house, and there'll be architectural blueprints so that you can just take them into any municipality and get your building permit. Stamped, sealed, and done. Okay, no $1.2 million earthship stuff. I'd like to build a house for under $100,000, including power and water and sewer, solar. Okay, solar power. So, and I'm also going to be moving to electric vehicles. So, look forward to talking about that next. Please don't support stuff like affirmative action and anything that separates us as people, because we're all the same. Okay, bald hair, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. We're all identical. So please, love and respect. That's all you need. I taught Sunday school. I was superintendent of a Sunday school program for years. And the one thing I taught above all was Christ's teaching. Love and respect. You don't want it done to you, don't do it to somebody else. You don't want to be treated like an ass, don't be an ass. And vice versa. Somebody treats you badly, you give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Because it will help. Anyways, God bless you all. I look forward to talking to you again.